Hello students, our next topic is electric potential due to electric dipole. The previous topic was electric potential due to point charge. The source was a point charge. Now we have to find out the potential due to dipole. Now dipole is a source and we will bring a unit positive charge from infinity to a point in the field of a dipole. So we have also done the electric field intensity due to dipole at its axial and equatorial point. Here you have to find out the electric potential. So see the geometry. Let us consider a small dipole separated by a distance 2a. So since we are dealing with the scalar quantities, that is the potential or energy, instead of 2a vector I am writing the distance as 2a. The dipole moment is from negative to positive charge and it is denoted by p cap. So this is a dipole and the dipole is a short dipole, or the distance between the positive and negative charge is very small, but for our convenience or for the proper visual, the distance is shown large. Now I have to find out the potential at certain point, say P. Now this point is in the field of the dipole. So the question is, find out the potential at point P. So I join the distance of plus charge, let us name it R1. Then the distance of point P from minus Q charge is R2. And the distance of point P from the center of a dipole is position vector R vector. The point P keeps on changing, so its position is denoted by R vector. R1 and R2 we are calling it as a distance. So R1, R2 is the distance of a point P from plus Q and minus Q charge of a dipole. Now see the direction of P cap. It is along the y-axis or from negative to positive charge. And point P position vector is R vector. So this angle is theta. Clearly, if I bring this point here, theta becomes 0. So it becomes the axial point. If I bring point P here, it becomes 180 degree. So again it is an axial point. If I bring it as this point here and I join this midpoint, the angle becomes 90. So it becomes an equatorial point. So that will become the cases. See the geometry, simple. Consider a dipole separated by a distance 2a. P cap is a unit vector in the direction from negative charge to positive charge. What is R1? That is the distance of point P from plus Q charge of a dipole. Point P is at a distance R2 from minus Q charge, and the position vector, that is from the midpoint of point P, is R vector, and theta is the angle between P cap and R vector. So here theta is angle between R vector and P cap. And R1, R2 are the distance, 2a is the distance between the dipole. So P vector is equal to Q into 2a, that is our definition. And because we are dealing with the scalar quantity, the magnitude will be equal to Q into 2a. So this is the formula which we may require. Now how to find out the potential when we have more than one charge in a system. Now here you have a system of two charges separated by a finite distance, that is dipole. You have two charge. So potential is a scalar quantity. it can be added algebraically because it has no direction. You can add it like a simple summation. So what we will do, we will find out the potential at P due to plus Q only, that is a point charge. So we apply the formula of a point charge. Then potential at P due to minus Q charge. Now if the source is positive, potential is positive. If it is negative, the potential is negative. Then we do the summation. It is an algebraic summation. So let V1 and V2 be the potential at point P due to Q1 and due to plus Q and minus Q of dipole respectively. So we will apply the formula for a point charge. V1 is equal to K source upon distance between test and source, that is R1, and V2 is equal to minus KQ, source is negative, upon R2. Now the total potential will be the summation. So potential at P, now Vp or potential at P is V1 plus V2. This is equal to, I substitute this value, so KQ is common, 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. Let this equation be 1, this is equation number 2. So this is the potential at point P where we have algebraically added V1 and V2. Now you have to find out the value of R1 and R2. Now we see the geometry. Suppose now this distance is 2a, so this distance is a, this distance is a. If the point P becomes a perpendicular bisector, that is theta becomes 90, then it becomes a right angled triangle, and in that situation R1 square is equal to a square plus r square. Now here we are directly taking, now this is not a right angle, here we are taking R1 directly, but it has a proof also, we can prove that, but for the time being we are directly taking this distance, and the mathematics students know how to find out this distance R1 if we have this distance R and this distance A and the angle is theta. So there is a method we can find out R1, but here we are not writing the method, directly we are writing from geometry R1 square is equal to R square plus A square, that is if this theta is 90 degree, point P is here, it will be the Pythagoras theorem. Now since it is an angle theta, so minus 2AR cos theta. Now directly we are writing this, we can find out this distance, it has a proof, we have to drop a perpendicular on this axis and then we find out that small distance 2a cos. We have a method for it, but as far as the topic is related, we are directly taking R1 square as this. We will prove it someday, that today you directly take this distance. So R1 square is this. Similarly, R2 square is equal to R square plus A square plus 2AR cos theta. So actually here it is cos theta, here it is cos 180 minus theta. This angle is 180 minus theta. So it becomes minus cos theta, so it becomes plus. Now we will do this portion and similarly we can do this also. Now we need 1 upon R1. We need 1 upon R1. So R1 square is equal to, I am taking R square as a common. So 1 plus A square upon R square minus 2A upon R. So R square is common, so 2AR cos theta. Similarly, you can do this calculation. I am doing this one calculation only. I have to find out R1 and R2, 1 upon R1 and R2. So this is the case. Now we assume it is a point dipole. Point dipole means here A is less than R, or the point P is far away as compared to this distance. So if A is less than R, this quantity is very small. So here we assume A less than R, that is point dipole. So if the distance between two charges tends to 0, it is called point dipole. Then this term is neglected. So R1 square is equal to R square 1 minus 2A upon R cos theta. Now I need 1 upon R1. So this can be written as first R1 is equal to, now I have to take the under root. So R 1 minus 2A upon R cos theta, under root means power half. Similarly, you do this calculation. Take out common R square. Instead of this minus sign, there will be a plus sign only. So that is left as an exercise. Now I need 1 upon R1. So 1 upon R1 is equal to 1 upon R 1 minus 2A by R cos theta, reciprocal, so minus half. So it is 1 upon under root. So we are simply doing the mathematical calculation. So I am writing this here, Vp is equal to Kq 1 upon R1 minus 1 upon R2. This is our equation 2. Now I apply a binomial theorem. So applying binomial theorem and neglecting higher power terms, that is, we will discuss the binomial theorem. For the time being, 1 plus x raised to n. If the equation is 1 plus x raised to n, where x is less than 1, this value will be less than 1, then this becomes 1 plus nx. We have the binomial theorem having the higher power terms upon 1 factorial n minus 1 x square upon 2 factorial. The mathematics students know this. For biology students, just remember 1 plus x raised to n is 1 plus nx, where x is less than 1. So I am taking only the first term. The higher power terms is neglected. Now compare these two equations. So 1 upon R1 is equal to 1 upon R. 1 is 1. In the place of plus, we have minus, so we keep it minus. N is minus half. Now the equation is 1 plus nx. So here it becomes 1. N is minus half. That minus half comes here. So minus becomes plus. So plus, when this minus half is multiplied, 2 is cancelled. So I get A upon R cos theta. So this is 1 upon R1. That is equation number 3. And similarly, if I find out this 1 upon R square, so similarly 1 upon R2 is equal to 1 upon R. In the place of plus, I will get minus there. So this is equation number 4. So we find out R1 and R2. Now we substitute this equation 3 and 4 in equation number 2. So substituting this equation, Vp is equal to Kq, now 1 upon R1 directly, now 1 upon R, 1 upon R, both have 1 upon R, so it is taken as common. So 1 upon R is taken as common. Now in the place of 1 upon R, 1 plus A upon R cos theta. Minus 1 upon R. So minus minus here it becomes plus. It becomes minus 1 plus A by R cos theta. So substituting equation 3 and 4 in equation 2, this is the potential at point P. Therefore, Vp is equal to Kq upon 1 cancelled. So 2A cos theta, this R and 1 R this, it becomes square. So this is the potential at point P due to dipole. Now Q into 2A, that is a dipole moment. Now Q into 2A is equal to P. Therefore, Vp is equal to Kp cos theta upon R square. Now this result is very important for us. For potential due to dipole is Kp cos theta upon R square. Now let us make the use of this theta. This equation can be written as, now Vp is equal to Kp cos theta upon R square. This is what we have derived. Now see that now P vector dot R cap, where R cap is in the direction from O to P. This is R cap, the direction of the point P from the midpoint of this dipole. This can be written as PR cap cos theta, that is A dot B is equal to AB cos theta. Now the magnitude of this R cap is 1. So this can be written as P cos theta. So what will happen? In the place of P cos theta, I can write P dot, now this is a dot product, dot R cap, where R cap is a unit vector. So when I write a theta, it should be the angle between P cap and R cap. So this equation can be written as, in the place of P cos theta, I will write Kp dot R cap. So it is like a dot product of P vector and R cap. The magnitude of this is 1. It is a unit vector. So P vector dot R cap can be written as P R cap cos theta. Its magnitude is 1. So this is another form of the equation for a potential due to electric dipole. Here R cap is in direction from O to P. So if I remove this dot, I will write P R cap cos theta, and theta will be read as angle between dipole moment and the position vector of a point P. So again I come to Kp cos theta upon R square. Now let us consider the cases. So we have this two form of equation. Now we consider the case for this. Now case 1. If theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree, it means this point P is at this position or this point is at this position, so it becomes 180. Here it is. In both the cases, it is an axial point. So I write axial point. Now if cos theta is 0, cos 0 is 1, 180 minus 1. So Vp is equal to plus minus Kp upon r square. So this is the equation for electric dipole for a axial point. Vp is equal to plus minus kq upon r square. So if theta is 0, it is plus. If theta is minus, 180, it is minus. So equation becomes kq upon r square. K plus minus kq upon r square. Now, if I take the second case, case 2, if theta is pi by 290 degree, that is point P is here at this point, so it becomes 90 degree. So it is an equatorial point. So equatorial point. So like we have an electric field at axial and equatorial point, theta 90, then it becomes 0. So the electric potential at the equatorial point is 0, and at the axial point the value is plus minus kq upon r square. So these are the two cases for the electric dipole, axial and equatorial, and the general formula is simply Kp cos theta upon r square, or simply Kp vector dot r cap upon r square. Now see the difference. You have to remember the note. Number 1, for point charge. For point charge means our source was a point charge. At that time the potential was inversely proportional to 1 upon r. And for dipole, now this is for a short dipole or a point dipole, because we have taken certain assumptions that r is less than a is less than r. So these assumptions we have taken. So it is for a short dipole, we have derived this equation. So for dipole, potential is inversely proportional to the square of distance. And if you remember, the electric field for a point charge was 1 upon r square, and the electric field for the dipole was 1 upon r cube. So in any case, electric field is equal to V upon R, that is volt per meter, that we have discussed. So this is the electric potential due to electric dipole. Our next question. So first we have done only the two questions as far as theory is concerned. One is potential due to point charge, and now this another is potential due to the dipole. We have to directly apply the formula in the numericals, which we will do in the next lecture. Have a good day.